So I'm here at Journey's End, the start or end of the lawn trail. And the first thing you should do is sign the logbook here. But as you can see, this one's been left open and snowed on. So I'll have to improvise, and I'll write my name in the snow. There, did my initials. Alright. Now that we've signed in, time to get out of here. Ready, Sam? Ready? Let's go. Oh!
I came out here for 2 nights because I felt dissonance in my life at home. With only essentials for living on my back, away from all distractions, I can be alone with only my thoughts in a type of walking meditation. In the muffled silence of a snow-capped ridgetop, your mind can slow down and take a rest from its usual cluttered, overstimulated environment.
A little hard to find your way in the winter, but I think this is a sign. Go across the river. What do you think, son? This is a little tricky. You don't want to get your feet wet, especially this early in the day.
Few places in this world are more dangerous than home. Fear not, therefore, to try the mountain passes. They will kill care, save you from deadly apathy, set you free, and call forth every faculty into vigorous, enthusiastic action.
I just stopped at this first lean-to right here, and I just wanted to show you what Summit has on his back. I have his fleece attached right here, so if I need to, I can just pull it out. I also have booties in case his feet get balled up with snow. Some say, hey, I know, you want some food. I have a bowl for water. There's plenty on the trail though. And I have a bowl for food. On this side, he's got his food. This is his first overnighter in the snow. So I'm keeping it light, and I'm prepared to carry all of this should he have any problems. But just try and balance the sides as best as possible. You should carry whatever's his, you should carry whatever's yours. Right, son? And an orange hunting bandana, because it is hunting season. I'm glad they marked it for us. I wouldn't know where it was otherwise. Harder going than I thought. We got a dusting last night, but the day before that it just rained, and as you can see I just went right through a what I thought was just a little swamp, but was ice. I'm gonna pitch tent tonight. I was hoping to get to lean-to, but I got a late start and it is what it is, and I have a tent. That's the plan. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Alan Watts. Alright, found some water. Whoa, already fell. Now it's time to find a campsite close by, out of the wind, for my tent. This looks pretty good, promising. Look for some dead branches that could come down on me. There's some flat area. Perfect. Here's camp. Summit, come on. No need to buy a ground cloth. Tyvek. First thing I'm gonna do is layer up, keep warm, set up my tent, check my dog's feet, make sure snow hasn't built up and isn't just sitting there. This is REI's quarter dome, and super light. I only use 4 pegs throughout all the guy lines. It's been to Nepal in the snow with me. It's been in the rainforest in Peru, all over New Zealand, and I thru-hiked it with it on the AT. So it's a hardy tent. It's not a 3 seasons tent, but I have a 0-degree bag and a bunch of layers. I'm just gonna scrape away snow where I'm gonna have all my stuff and cook. Basically the vestibule of my tent. Also, all these fall just happened, so there's a base layer of leaves. So trying to get a tent peg in there is gonna be trouble. Alright. So now you have a nice little vestibule to cook in. This door stores. And now I'm just gonna start loading all my stuff in. This was a full-length thermarest until Summit thought I brought it out this morning. It was his new chew toy. And now it's half. But it's something. That's our first layer of insulation, other than our Tyvek and our tent wall. And then it's winter, so rock the inflatable. I like to throw in the sleeping bag next, just to, especially if it's down, to fluff it up. This is a synthetic one, but still it's nice to get the loft to stretch out, so to speak. I've got water. I've changed into camp clothes, nice and warm. Now these boots are soaking wet, and if I leave these outside, they're just going to be an ice sculpture of themselves in the morning, and I'll need fire to thaw them. So I'm going to knock off all the excess snow and then just throw them in a plastic bag. I shove these down with my water bottle into the bottom of my sleeping bag, and they're great. I just slip them on in the morning. A lot of people think for winter camping you need a lot of gear, and I disagree. Here I am in my 3 seasons tent, and this is the only stove I brought. They call them soda can stoves because they're made out of 2 soda cans pressed together. Tinny from Mini Bull Designs made this one, and I got this little starter tray or primer tray from Anti-Gravity Gear, and I just store it in a muffin container. It's super light and super efficient. People sometimes say alcohol stoves don't work well in the cold weather. Well, just hold it close to your chest for a little while if it's cold, and it'll certainly warm up and go. And so there's a little top hole and holes drilled all around the sides, about an ounce of fuel, and then just splash some in the primer tray there. Pull out my windscreen. Should start in any second. You can see it starting right there. And there we go. I just made it easy. Winter camping, I like comfort. This is just add water, perfect for alcohol stoves. Make sure you take the oxygen absorber out. Now we take our 2 cups of water and pour into the bag, like so. And then keep that going. And what I do with this is reseal it, throw it in my pot cozy, and then put it in my sleeping bag. Oh, what's that, Summit? And it'll just heat up the inside of my sleeping bag while I wait for my dinner to cook. With the rest of this water, I'm going to put it in my thermos. And these thermoses are a necessity for winter camping. So I'll throw a tea bag in there and let that marinate. Get that in a nice insulated spot. These stay warm pretty much all night. Well, I've got my dinner cooking, and it's in my sleeping bag, warming it up for me. I've got a hot drink stowed away in case I get cold during the night. And after dinner, it's just lights out because Summit here doesn't make good conversation. So I'm gonna just play some guitar and relax. I thought I could live forever here on my own. Listen, things are so much better out here alone. A lonely dreamer, unknown believer now. I'm living in the moment with friends I love. I thought I could feel more power living life without love. So I spent my days and hours searching for heaven above. But the only thing that I found were my feet on the ground now. I'm living in the moment with friends I love. Why do you say what you say you don't mean it? No. Money, why do you say what you say you don't mean it? No, you don't mean it. Some say we'll all be rewarded when we reach the end, and our lives will be recorded and replayed again. One day, this ain't no moving out. I'm living in the moment with friends I love. Yeah, oh, I'm living in the moment with friends I love. Well, let's check on dinner. It's good. It's really good. It's not cooked yet. But you know what it could use is some cheese. And by golly, I don't go backpacking without cheese. Oh, yes. Cheese chunks. I mean, cheese never killed anybody except Elvis. So that's almost there. But now that I've had cheese, I feel like, what else would I need with cheese? Aha! A bottle of wine. A box. Look at this. This is wine in a juicy juice container. And you can squeeze it so it goes down really fast. This is 3 5.6 ounce glasses. I don't know about you, but I could fit this all into one wine glass. It doesn't get much better than this. You know, I've got a drink in my hand, warm food, and shelter, very comfortable shelter. Crawl in, go to sleep. Hope I don't freeze. Alright. Well, as you can hear, it's dumping snow out. Summit's more concerned than I. So I just gotta, every now and then, wake up and knock the snow off so my tent doesn't collapse. Not gonna be fun to hike in. Should have brought snowshoes or skis. In my tent, breakfast time. Summit's been out of the sleeping bag and he's kind of shivering right now, aren't you? But just a quick breakfast. I've got corn flakes with powdered milk and just something to get going. As soon as I get it out of this bag, it's gonna be cold. And we got a lot of snow last night. I just took my bag out of that crevice, but you see, it's no longer a dust thing. So the trick to packing up is just go fast, stay warm. A trail that you glided along all summer may tame your ebb and flow and make you rethink what you once knew, not only about the trail, but yourself. Familiar ground looks strange in the sea of white that has consumed it, and here I sit searching for a white blaze in a forest of frosted trees. So we're good now. The snow's a lot deeper than I originally planned for, but that's all part of it. You can only plan so much, and see if you can battle with nature. And as I left camp, I was struggling to survive for the first probably half hour. And that's not why we're out here. We're not out here to struggle, but you know, sometimes leaving camp it's like that. And as soon as the blood got back in my hands and I felt good, you know, it's back to enjoying this lovely scenery and hiking with my dog again. Alright, I've lost the trail twice now. I just came from this way onto this path, looked back and saw a blaze. And you would think it goes this way, but with all the snow and all the branches leaning down onto the trail, it's hard to make out a clear trail. So what I'm going to do is just sit my pack down and try not to waste so much energy scouting for it. I have a white blaze right here, so that's the last point I know was solid trail, and now it's just time to wipe off trees and find the blaze. Alright, so a little disappointed in myself. I got to J North and just lost the trail. And it had been happening to me all day, but I was able to find it from time to time. And this last time, just couldn't find it. I was post-holing up to my knee, and I thought, screw it, I thought it's the shelter 2 miles back. There's a road 0.6 from there. I'm going to play it safe. You know, I'm worried about my dog too. I was hoping to push towards a 4-sided shelter, but whatever. So here's, somebody left me this nice bundle of sticks, but you can see it's all snow drenched. So what I have going right here is I knew that all that snow stuff, you know, if I use any of the paper I have and just light it, it'll go up and, you know, be a waste. So I found a candle. I got the candle lit. There's my little tinder bundle drying. It's about a foot of snow, so it's hard to find stuff. But what I've been doing is just going around all these tiny pines, maybe, you know, 3 feet up from the ground. If there's no green on those are usually just dead branches. They haven't gotten any light and have just died off. Snap them, break them up in a nice tinder bundle. And right now I'm just taking all the, somebody left some wood, but it was, you know, snow was piled on. So I'm just taking that, banging off the snow, and letting it thaw basically. I've got my meal, heating up my dog, heating up the bag, and I'm just boiling, where's that Nalgene? My Nalgene was just ice covered. Plans change. Your trip agenda will change. Don't sweat it. You know, I probably did what? Excluding the approach trail, no more than 4 miles on a map of that long trail, but it is what it is. I'd rather be warm and safe than cold and still hiking right now. I lost the trail over a dozen times that second day, which makes sense because I came out here feeling somewhat lost. The trail showed me that just as in life, in hiking, you may get lost, you may fall. The trick is noticing when you're off and applying changes to get back on. So no, I'm not upset I did not reach a certain destination or a certain goal, because I found everything I came looking for.